I think I would describe capabilities as a simple word known as positive, because no matter how well you do, people are always going to tell you that you did a great job, and I would always want to improve. And that's the goal of capabilities, is from the first day you get in here to improve, and by the fourth day or the last day to be better than you were by the first day. And so I'd say it's a pretty positive place to be, and the vibe is always really, really good.
Camp Abilities Alaska is a one-week developmental sport camp for children with visual impairments. At camp, we teach students about different types of sports. Some of these sports are Paralympic sports that are designed specifically for people with visual impairments. Other sports are activities they do in physical education in schools, and we teach them how to modify those sports for them to advocate for themselves while they're in physical education classes. Our objective is to provide opportunities for kids to be physically active and to show them that they can do things rather than being told that they cannot accomplish tasks and be physically active. We do the typical Camp Abilities activities like go ball, beat baseball, track and field, tandem biking, swimming. We also go hiking up Flat Top, which is about a 3,000-foot mountain that we do with the kids each year. We also do archery with the Northwest Association of Archers, who teach the kids and the staff how to shoot correctly. This year we did bowling for the first time. We also go to a water park each year called H2 Oasis here in Anchorage.
Camp Abilities Alaska is made possible by the Lions Club 49A. We couldn't do it without them, and that's the only way camp is able to run.
To adapt archery, you can see behind me, we put balloons on the target, like that back there, so the campers can see, or not see, but hear when they hit the target. They pop the balloon, and then everybody explodes in clapping and shouting and screaming and all kinds of good fun stuff. It is best to teach the coaches and during the training session before the camps get started, so the coaches have an understanding of how to shoot a bow to begin with. And after the coaches have the understanding of how to shoot a bow, then we teach them how to be target seekers.
I think I've been at Camp Abilities for 10 years now. This is my 10th year, so it's a decade. It's crazy how I've been here longer than some of these kids have been alive. It makes me feel very old. But I think Camp Abilities really helped me, because I realized when going to Camp Abilities that I can do all these different sports, and even if they do have to be modified a little bit, I still can do them. And I think that's really important for me, and I'm glad that there's a camp like this for other blind people, so they too can realize that they too can achieve their dreams and do all the sports that they wish to compete in. I was born in Taiwan by two Chinese people, as you would imagine, and I was born prematurely by 3.5 months. So in order to keep me alive, they had to give me oxygen, and by doing that, it blinded me. Fast forward, and I was put into an orphanage because I couldn't be taken care of properly in Taiwan. And so I was put into an orphanage, and then I was adopted by the parents that I have today. And so that's how I ended up here.
Taylor was blind when she was about a month old, but we kind of figured out something was wrong before that, just because of the way her eyes look. Her pupils are always really large. And so we just went for a regular doctor checkup, and he also noticed that there was something wrong. At first they told us that it was just something normal. All babies have vision problems when they're first born, and it'll go away, and it just didn't go away. So that's when we went to a hospital in the city, about an hour away from where we lived, and they diagnosed her with septo-optic dysplasia. We've always tried to make sure that Taylor's as independent as possible, so we, involve her in a lot of stuff besides what she does at Camp Abilities. But Camp Abilities on their own, you could just all the work they do with her on a one-on-one basis that you can't get in other activities outside of school or in the community, boosts her level of confidence, and you could just see her improvement in physical activities like running or or hiking and her motivation. She has a lot more motivation to do things like this, all the sports, and not only that, but being able to be with kids that have visual impairments like her, and to see that she's not the only one, because she goes to, you know, a typical public school and she is the only blind kid in the school. So being with kids that have the same type of disorders and vision impairments and having something in common with somebody is really a big boost for your self-confidence.
I think it's really changed because of, I didn't know there were this many blind kids in the world when I was little, let alone, you know, Alaska. And getting to meet all of the new people every year and the new counselors and get to know everyone here and do all the sports, it's amazing. I love it. But honestly, I have to say supportive, because they support every choice you make on what activities you do. They make you feel like you can do anything in the world. Definitely appreciate all of the effort that they've put into making this camp possible every year. I love coming and I want it to continue.
1, 2, 3!
Camp Ability is really fun.